This is a sign to paint Walmart shoes with her BFFs. Paint. Shake. Paint. I should have used blue. Fuck. Glitter, yes. Sparkly. So pretty. Poke. 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 Worth it. Vibes.
I recently thrifted these Adidas track pants because I think the color is so pretty, but they're a little low-waisted for me and a little bit short, so I decided to turn it into a matching set instead. So to make the skirt, I just seam ripped that whole inner seam and then laid over top a skirt that I've already made to get the length, and then I took those little like crotch triangles on the front and back and pinned and sewed so that they laid flat, and then I just finished off that little triangle that was left on the front. Then I took some extra pant material and just, closed off that triangle and then hem the skirt, so it's done. It's so cute. And then to make the top, I started seam ripping all those little Adidas stripes because I wanted them to be my straps, and then I just hemmed off the top and bottom of 2 panels, front and back, made them match up. Then I put them right sides together and sewed them together so that it fit my torso nice, and then I just finished off the straps, made them a little long, and attached them in the back so it's a nice one shoulder top. I think it's so cute. I feel like a Bratz doll and I love it.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
How would they know? How would they know? How?
Time to transform this boring jumper. I wanted something new with a cool texture, and I saw that my oranges had this weird casing around it, and I thought it would be perfect. I wanted to do a line drawing of someone's face. This took me actually so long just to figure out an okay face. I had to hot glue it because it was really hard to stitch individually. The netting kept getting caught in the freaking sewing machine. It was such a pain. And then I forgot that I hot glued it, and the needle hit the hot glue. It was rock hard and it bent my needle, which was annoying. So now I've decided to dye the other half bright red. So I got this dye off Amazon, and look how satisfying that pour is. Oh my god. I left it in there for ages and I kept stirring it. I did everything the instructions told me. It still dyed my hand even though I wore gloves, and look, it's patchy. I'm kind of upset, but it was sort of a look it was a consistently patchy, that it looked like it was on purpose. Here's the end result. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I absolutely love it. I feel like
Okay, so there's this one tank top DIY that I've seen literally a million times on the internet, and I want to try it on this old t-shirt. So first there's me trying to figure out what size my titties are, but I still fucked it up so bad. But those are the pieces you're going to cut out of your t-shirt, and then you want to cut the bottom piece that it fits around your torso. And then these are the pieces you need. You do need to cut a piece for the straps. So I made 2 straps, but they were fucking so ugly. So I remade them with these fabric from these old leggings, and then you want to feed the straps through the titty pieces like that, and then pin all the way around and sew, but leave a little space to turn it inside out, and you turn it inside out and you sew, and it looks so cute like that. And then you want to add those pieces to the side to feed the straps through, and then you want to take just one side of the torso piece, sew it to the titty piece, and then you're done. It looks like that. It's really cute, and I love the straps, and yeah, it came out good.
Today I'm going to show you how to make a dress out of an oversized t-shirt. First, just grab a dress that already fits you. Lay the dress out over the t-shirt and make sure that the shoulders are lined up. If you want it to have a different neckline, just grab a tank top that you'd like to trace. Cut around the shape, making sure you leave enough room for seam allowance and enough to fold over the shoulder. Then just flip the dress inside out and sew all the way along this line. I'm using a serger, but if you don't have one, you can just use a straight stitch on your sewing machine. Now you're just going to fold the armhole under and pin it. I did about a ½ inch under. Once you have it all pinned, you're just going to sew around the armhole. You can use either a cover stitch machine, a twin needle, or just a zigzag stitch. I use the pre-existing hem, but if you need to hem it, you're just going to repeat that last step. Here's what it looks like, and this is probably how I'm going to style it for winter.
Okay, you guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to turn a hoodie into a two-piece set with pockets. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get a thrifted hoodie. I got this one from Southern Thrift Market, and it has Harvard University on it. Next, you want to go ahead and make a little slit right in the middle so there's enough space to crop it and still have a piece for your shorts. I use this little pizza cutter thing, and yeah. Okay, so now that I have it cut, I'm going to take a pair of my favorite shorts, fold them in half, grab any pair of shorts that fit you really well, and you're going to like cut the outline of it onto the bottom half. Now, before I cut, this step is very important. You're going to want to fold the bottom half to where the pocket ends up on the side, so I'll show you. This will ensure that when you sew up the pants that the pocket will be in the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. What you do to one side, you do to the other. You're now going to flip this inside out, sew up the edges along the side, and then add elastic to the... Then we're going to add elastic to the bottom and to the top, and I'll show you the steps to that. One thing I forgot to mention is that you want to cut these little slits on the end because that's going to be your crotch area. So all of this should now be sewn up. Now you're going to combine it with this side. It should now look like this, and this will be the crotch of your shorts, and you will sew that together. Now for the fun part, which is adding elastic, you're going to just fold this part over, sew all around. Going to leave a little space open, and then add a safety pin to some elastic and feed it through the hole, and repeat those steps for the top. Now you're going to sew the two ends of the elastic. So I just finished the top and the bottom. Let's see how this turned out. I literally love it, you guys.
So I thrifted this men's shirt a while ago, and I was going to wear it as is, but it kind of gave me like lab coat vibes, so I decided to chop it up a little bit. And I decided to use zip ties instead of boning for this top, just because it's a little easier. And after a ton of sewing later, I was finally done, and I am absolutely in love with it.
I have this really old dress that's kind of really ugly, but I actually really like the pattern. I just think the fit is very unflattering, so I'm turning it into a matching set. So I cut off the top and folded in a little bit to hem along the bottom. It's really messy, but it's not going to be seen, so it's fine. And then that's going to be the skirt part, so I hemmed that bottom and then just took in the sides a little bit so it fit me better. And then now I'm fitting the skirt. I want that like bold navy stripe to be over my one leg, and then I'm just cutting off the rest. So I put that back together and fed elastic through a little channel on the waistband, and now I'm taking like a strip of extra fabric and putting it over that navy part on the inside and making 3 long stitches all the way down so it makes 2 channels like that. Then you take more of the extra and make a long string, and you're gonna feed it through those channels, like through the bottom, around, and then back through the bottom like that, and then you just can ruche it, and it looks so much better like this.
I found this little tote bag that I wanted to try and make into a shirt, so I seam ripped out the side seams, tried it on my body to see if this would work, and it wouldn't. So then I cut out a long piece and I put it around my torso to see if I could put it around my waist. Then I found a cup pattern online and sewed together the cups. I top stitched that sash I was sewing earlier. I sewed in some lining, and then I'm showing you here that I put the lining on the cups with the strap inside. And then when I flip it inside out, it makes one whole cup with a strap. I also figured out that I could put the phone in my bra to film, so very innovative. Then here's me showing you that I'm going to top stitch those edges, and ooh, fancy transition. I top stitched the edges, and then I ended up with this weird like bag strap with 2 cups on it situation. Here's me showing you what that looks like. Then I decided where I'd want the cups to go on the waist strap. I had a little break to drink some gazpacho. Alright, so this is the finished top. I added some buttonholes and some vintage buttons for my grandma to the waistband, and this clasp and 2 little loops to the neck so I can adjust it. And then I top stitched the waistband to the cups as I'm showing you here, so everything will lie perfectly flat. And then here's the top on me. I love it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
If you have any like old tank tops that you never wear, like I cropped this and I never did anything with it, watch this video. This is the before, and this is the after. Find the middle of the shirt, then you fold it over the size of the hem 4 times. Here you can see the 4 folds. This is probably the hardest part just because the fold can fall out of the sewing machine, but just put it under and clamp it down. Sew about 1 inch and you're done. Guys, it's so easy. It took me less than 5 minutes.
You guys really liked the last matching set I made, so I decided to thrift another pair of Adidas track pants and do it again. But these ones are a little bit different and they work really nicely to have shorts be the bottom half, which I like because I'm kind of over the skirt. I've done it twice and shorts are more comfy, so I just cut and hem those, so it was really easy. Then for the top, I had those leg pieces left and I used the bottom half of them with that cool zipper detail that was at the bottom of the leg, and I made that general shape for the top. And then I realized that these other 2 pieces that I had left over from the legs looked really cool if I kind of put them together like that. Like they looked almost like a corset top, so I decided to use that. So I seam ripped half of what I had and I just sewed that in place, meeting at the zippers, and now the zippers are kind of on like the back of the side. And then with what I had left over, I just made straps and attached them, and that's what I have. I think it came out pretty cool. I really like the kind of structured look of the top, and I think the zippers are dope. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed.